Okay. So first let me give you a glance about this UI front-end development batch. So currently, so this front-end development is wait a second. Okay. So now, so from actually this front-end session is something like okay. Let me give you a glance. So everyone now whoever joined here, around 26 members are there. Somehow you have been researching about your front. Now you are here means definitely you have might researched about this front end and you are here right now. So I would make your decision like okay, someone is typing. Do anyone have an access to type here? No, right? అన్న ఎవరికైనా యాక్సెస్ ఉందా టైప్ చేయడానికి?
సతీష్ అర్థం కాలేదు.
అన్న యాక్చువల్లీ స్క్రీన్ షేర్ ఐ మీన్ అది షేర్ చేయగానే బోర్డ్ షేర్ చేయగానే తీసేస్తున్నారు.
ఓకే, నార్మల్ స్క్రీన్ షేర్ చేయి.
యాక్చువల్లీ ట్యాబ్ నుండి కనెక్ట్ అయినాను. కొంచెం ట్యాబ్‌లో ఐ మీన్ రైటింగ్స్ చేయడానికి.
ఓకే, జస్ట్ యూ కెన్ గో హెడ్. ఇప్పుడు నీకు కనిపిస్తుంది.
కపిల్ మచిక హూ ఇస్ దట్? సరేనా? ఓకే.
సరే, నార్మల్ యూ కెన్ గో.
Okay. So coming to this batch, so anyone from any background, so it's not about like your experience, it's not about like you are a fresher, and it's not about like you are any from any background can start this development actually. So I mean to say that front end development is not particularly for some persons or some you want to know the programming and you are well efficient with programming, then only you can learn this front end development or else full stack development. It's not the case. So you are with any background, if you are you have some interest to learn programming, so that would be enough for continue with this batch. So I could rather say that you are from any irrespective of any background, you can start learning front end here. So I would say that so before learning the front end, so you want to understand what actually is application. So I would like to introduce something new concepts. Maybe we'll be diving deep into those concepts later on this tutorials. But before going into the front end, so I would like to introduce a concept called application development. Okay. So if in the meantime, if you have any doubt anywhere, kindly please stop me and you can ask me if you don't understand or if you're not able to follow me or if you're not able to understand the things, you can freely stop me there and you can ask me what is this. So I am expecting something an interactive session. So if that is an interactive session, that would be helpful for us both in terms of learning. So we will be learning here all the concepts of front-end development I'm sure about that. No worries, no worries on that. So before diving deep into front-end development, I already said that I will be making you to understand what's an application development. Okay, so let's think of an application. So you would rather see many applications in your day-to-day life. So take an example of Zomato, take an example of Swiggy, take an example of any Abibus, Redbus, all those things. So what do you think of that? So what you are seeing, what you are seeing, and what's happening in that application, is that the same? Can anyone share your experience about using Zomato application or Swiggy application? If anyone, feel free to talk. Actually, anyone could raise your hand, please, and they can unmute themselves and share your experience about using Swiggy and Zomato. Just in few lines, 5 to 10 lines is enough for me. Anyone? Come on, I need some response. Can anyone? I was just asking you to just share your experience of using application Swiggy, Zomato, or any other application on your hands in mobile. You'll be seeing the day-to-day apps, right? Anyone? It's just the thing how you use application. Just I want that how you are using application, so that it would be something real time. We can analyze the things in a basic way. So from your hands you can I can make you understand what is front end, and I can make you understand what is full stack development from your hands. Just I want your response. Come on, anyone, please.
They are sending some notifications like
Okay.
morning breakfast and
Okay.
also regarding of afternoon lunch.
Okay.
Similarity of notification they are sending.
Yeah, yeah, Pawan. Thanks for your response. So now Pawan has said something like he has an experience like he's using application, and he would be getting some notifications regarding breakfast, regarding lunch. Okay, that's all. That's how he is using. So let me give you a brief. So when you try to open an application, the first thing what you're seeing, what you see actually when you open. Pawan, can you give me the answer, please? When you open the application, what you will be seeing there?
Like nearby restaurants
Yeah,
they are showing.
yeah, you're correct. Yeah, correct. Suppose let me give you an example. Like you are a person. So some person, you are seeing an interface. So technically it's called an interface, user interface. So what in that application, what you need to do? What you need to do? That's the thing where you need to understand by seeing only the things which are on the screen. So you would be seeing some restaurants, you would be seeing some breakfast, so you would be seeing some lunch there. When you click on that breakfast, you'd be placing an order, and you'll get an order to your home, right? So it's all about the front end, is all about the thing which you are seeing on the screen. So as a front end developers, you chosen your career as a front end developers, I'm sure that you would be sitting on the front line and designing the whole the part which you are seeing on the screen. Likely there are many persons, some thousands, millions persons are using the same application. They might be using websites, they might be using apps. So whatever they are seeing on the screen, that is developed by front end developers. Absolutely, you are the key part there. So I would say that in an application development, the front end is a key role, plays a key role, because the front end, with the front end only, you could able to see the you could able to interact with the application, you could able to interact with the website, you can place the order. So that's all how you would be knowing, you would be knowing only by seeing. Actually, small network interruption. Okay, so so can you able to hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay. So here the frontline people, I could say that you are the frontline sitting on application development. So you are the persons who will decide the front end. You are the persons who will design the front end. So it would facilitate other users, other persons to understand what I need to do in the application. So that is the key part here. So once you choose your career as a front end, you would be able to design an application. Like you will be designing you'll be involved in designing many applications. So that's the sort of like front end development here. So I could barely say that you are the person who will be main responsible for an application, because user only interacts with the application with the UI, and you are developing that UI. So 100% for sure, coming when still the application development is there, the front end would be there. So choosing a front end career would be a big asset for you. So I would rather guarantee this. So this is about the front end. And when it comes to application development, you are seeing only the interface which where user interacts. And there is another thing called backend development, and there is another thing called cloud development. Likely front end development, there are two other sections called backend development and cloud development. So I would not rather touch those things now. I'll just give you a brief thing, but we'll be rather touching the complete front end development here. Okay, understood? Can anyone respond, please?
Yeah,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah. So now I would rather say that you are the guys who are sitting on the front line and designing the front end and deciding the front end, and you are the frontline people sitting between the customers and the product. So I would rather appreciate your interest towards front end development. Okay. Now let's go deep into the concepts one by one. So here the topics which I would be covering here completely when it comes to front end development, it's sort of like I'll be covering a complete HT. Yeah, Surendra. Surendra, can you please? You raised your hand, please. Can you talk? Do you have any doubt, Surendra?
No, no, Sadish. Go ahead. No problem.
No problem, right? So now you understand the basic what's happening in the front end. So to develop that sort of front end, you need some tools. Ultimately, to develop a front end, to develop a back end, to develop a cloud, definitely to develop a cloud, there need some tools. So you, as a front end developer, and to become a good front end developer, you need to efficiently design the front end such that user experience and user interface should be more efficient to handle many situations. There might be in Swiggy, you might see that you need to place an order, you need to pay, you need to make the payment, and you need to get the order. So these all the things are user actions which are happening on the application. But as a front end developer, you are completely responsible to make that application interactive and application more user friendly. So that is all your task. So when it comes to front end, I can simply say that you are making the user experience comfortable for user. As an user, you are expecting something like so this could be better thing, this could be better, this could be better, this could be worse thing, this can be enhanced. So you would be thinking, you need to think in a way that I need to provide an user interface for a customer where customer need to be get satisfied. So that's only your aim. So and you are here to learn all those things completely from scratch, and I'll be giving you all the topics in depth. So I request everyone, just please, if you have ever encountered anything which you are not able to understand, please stop me and you could ask that and get clarified. Because when you are strong with the fundamentals and basics, whatever the thing, even it's a big technology, you can learn it very easily. I can assure you that. So here in the coming 45 days or 60 days, whatever it might be, I would be covering all the basic fundamentals of HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, and a framework and a React.js library. Along with React.js library, I will be giving a whole information about Redux architecture, and also along with JavaScript, I will be giving you basics of TypeScript, which would be enhanced. Which would, if anyone is interested, you can just listen to those things also. I would be giving a brief basics of that and a real-time project from the day one. I would definitely give you a real-time project from the day one, where you would be developing all the real-time projects with the help of what we are learning. So do anyone have any doubts till here? So I just explained you about the front-end development, what is the front-end development, and what are the tools involved, and what you are learning. Do anyone have, and someone will have. So how much you will be teaching? So definitely it's sort of like I will be teaching you complete from basics to advanced thing. So you can expect something like it's like basic A to Z, like you can expect. So these are the things I would be covering. So till now, anyone have any doubts? Okay, you can please raise your hand and you can ask me. Anyone? And one thing, are you comfortable with my communication? If you have any doubts, if you want to go in my, if I am going in a very low pace or medium pace or fast pace, I can adapt accordingly. If you have anything like that, just let me know. Okay. Silence means I can understand it as a normal. I can understand it as a, everyone understand it, everyone was up to date now, up to date till now, right? Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right. So here the basic thing when coming to application development. Okay, I already said you right. Application development involves three things. What are the three things? Can anyone say? I just explained it right now. What are the three things that involved in application development?
HTML, CSS, JavaScript.
Yeah, you're correct, Dinesh, but let me concise you. When it comes to front end development, it's all about HTML, CSS, JavaScript. I was just asking you like application development. Application development, just listen carefully. When you understand what is application development, then you would be definitely 100% a good developer. Now you are not only stopping here with the front end development. You would be going ahead with many technologies, many things for in future. So you need to definitely understand application development. Application development involves both the two things. One is front end development, and another thing is back end development, and third thing is cloud that has an impact. But for now, you need to particularly concentrate about front end and back end development. So you as a you chosen your career as a front end development. So we'll be focusing much on the front end concepts, but rather in an application development terms, you need to definitely take care of things like front end development and back end development. And front end development, as a front end developer, you will be taking about front end development. As a back end developer, some other guys will be taking up of back end development. Okay, so I would say that application development is split into two phases. One is front end development, one is back end development. Front end development, you are the guys who will be taking care. Okay, right? Right, understood, right? Application development. Any doubts? Any doubts, please? No doubts? So, yeah, someone unmuted themselves. Can you? If you have any doubts, please just ask me. Okay, right? So, right. So, as I said that we will be concentrating on front-end things. So, we'll be diving deep into HTML concepts. We'll be diving deep into CSS concepts. We'll be diving deep into JavaScript concepts, and we'll be diving deep into React plus Redux, and we will be diving. I will be providing introduction about TypeScript. Okay. Okay. Now let's see. So do anyone know the difference between when it comes to front-end development? Everyone, wherever in real time or something like whenever someone asks you anything, everyone would be hearing two terms, major terms, UI and UX. What do you mean by UI and UX? Can anyone say? Can anyone know about that UI and UX? I mean that even though if you are a fresher, if you are a experienced person, no, it's not okay. Someone unmuted. Can you say?
UI refers the visual elements of
Okay.
a product, and UX refers to the Overall experience.
Oral, yeah, Pawan, you are correct. So UI refers to elements, UI elements. So UI UX. So in terms of in terms of technical, you are correct. But as a members here, there are many members like freshers and experienced person. So can you say me in a way that in a generic way, how can you differentiate user interface and user UX and UI? Okay. Okay. Let me share. I'm sharing my screen. Can you able to see my screen? Just please confirm me if you are able to see my screen.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll just give you some glance about what's UI and your user experience. So how you could able to see my see the Google page, right? What I'm typing. I opened Google page. You could able to see that.
Yes.
Okay. Fine. Now, when I search here, for example, when I search, okay. So what did I search here? Pro Kabaddi, right? Pro Kabaddi. So I gave a term. Suppose when you go down, you would be finding something like GOOO, GLE 123 12310. So what it mean? Can you say what happens if I click on 2? Answer?
Page nations.
Yeah, page nation. You would be moving to page 2. Suppose think of like if you are accessing this in your mobile, what happens? Can you able to see that Google 123 page nation very clearly? Can you see that page nation right now? I'm accessing this on the desktop. You could able to see these page nations and you can easily click. But when it comes to mobile or some other devices, can you able to see that one clearly?
No.
You would definitely make it zoom. You need to zoom it and you need to click again. Click here to go to 2. So this building of this page involves UI UX. So right now you are seeing this as a web page and you would able to see this pagination in desktop. It's very clearly visible. When it comes to mobile, the experience provided by you is not up to the mark for customer, because when user tries to hit on this page number 2 or page number 3 in mobiles, they cannot the user experience is not that much of effective. But when it comes to images, I'm going to images. Can you please confirm me that everyone is seeing images screen? Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. So can you please confirm me whether you could able to see this images screen?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Suppose if I drag down, I'm going to drag down. So in this page, you are seeing any of the page numbers? Do anyone see the page numbers here?
No.
No.
No. So why you are not seeing page numbers here? Can anyone say me why you are not seeing the page numbers? Okay, let me say you. So this is known as user experience. So what here we are particularly doing is something that when you try to access ProKabaddi in the web page, you will be seeing something like pagination. When it comes to images, it's like an infinite scroll. When you goes on scrolling, the other set of images would be loading accordingly. So this can be achieved by using React, Angular, or some other frameworks. So that's how UI can be achieved. So I want to differentiate in a way that UI and UX, like UI can be achieved by using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, jQuery, but UX, to provide a good experience, one should definitely understand the architecture of some frameworks like Angular and some libraries like React to enhance the user experience. Everyone would be saying something UI and UX. It's not UI and UX. UI with UX. UI with UX would be something like a user comfortable application. I would rather say that it's not like UI and UX. It's UI with UX. Everything UI definitely will be coupled with UX. When there is good UI, if you need to provide some good experience, definitely you need to understand the UX also. UX to achieve the user experience, you need to understand the some frameworks like Angular and React and Vue.js and Next.js. All those things are something like which provide best user experience. So simply you can achieve user interface by using JavaScript also. Why do we need React? Why do we need Angular? Why do we need Next.js? Do anyone? I just explained you, right? Can anyone say that? Why do we need React.js? Why do we need Angular? Why do we need Next.js? Can anyone? I just said you right now. Can anyone say me? Why do we need React.js? Why do we need Angular? Why do we need Next.js? All those things. When you can achieve, can't you achieve a good UI with JavaScript alone? Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, 100%. I will say you something that UI can be achievable with any of the technologies. Right now, you have many vanilla JS, everything vanilla JS. With vanilla JS, you can even achieve good UI. But to provide a good user experience, 100%, you need to definitely learn some frameworks like Angular, React, Next.js, and Vue.js. So suppose I would ask you one question. What do you think of Angular, React, in Next.js, and Vue.js? Which is the best thing? I would share you some real time scenario which I faced recently. I would ask you a question. So which UX technology is best? Can anyone say? No problem. You can say you can share your opinion. You can share. So React is best. Angular is best. Next.js is best. Can you say anything which is best?
Vue.js.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for your response, Dinesh. But the thing is that okay, I'll make you understand in real-time scenario when it comes to real-time project or real-time scenario, or when you're working on real-time and when you're working on projects. As a developer, never ever say that React is best, Vue.js is best, Next.js is best, Angular is best, because it's sort of something like it depends on project requirements. When it comes to project requirements, someone would feel like Angular would be best fit. Someone would feel like React would be best fit. Someone would feel like Next.js is best fit. We are not, we will be working on the technologies, but the decision for which is best, that is not which is best, we cannot decide it, because everything has everything. When it comes to Angular, I could say that it's a developer's platform. So with Angular, you can build an end-to-end application. With React, you can provide some good user experience. With Next.js, you can provide some good user experience, and you can integrate backend on the front end with Next.js. So everything has its importance, and I'm sure that coming front in when it comes to front end development, as a developer, when you are starting with React, definitely on the go, on the future, you will be extending this React to further technologies. And the base concept for every technology, every UI technology, I believe, even though it's an Angular, even though it's a React, even though it's a Next.js, the base thing is JavaScript. When you are able to build an application using JavaScript, 100% for sure, you would be building. You can be able to build an application using React. You can be able to build an application using Angular, Next.js, or anything. So the basic thing, what you need to understand for building applications, what you need to understand actually, it's JavaScript. It's JavaScript. When you are able to understand JavaScript, HTML, CSS, you are no one will stop you to learn further technologies. So I would say you, I would so just learn it. Just learn the front end development like you love it actually. I would say that when you think of the concepts in more depth, when you understand the concepts in the fundamentals or basics which you are studying, if you understand those concepts, definitely you will be making some good. You will be some good UI good UI developer. Maybe it's a Next.js developer or React developer or Angular developer, whatever it might be. But you need to focus on the basic fundamentals. And I will be definitely diving deep into each and every word. When you encountered a word, if you are not understanding, just ask me why, what is this word, what it does. Actually, that's what I'm expecting from you. Okay. So I just rather explained you about difference between UI and UX, and like how the technologies. So which is the best technology? Now say me which is the best technology. Can anyone say now what is the best technology? Best UI technology.
Both are coupled.
Yeah, correct. It depends on, you could rather say that when you have this question in this type of a question in your interviews, you could say that no, there is no scope for good techno. There is nothing like a good and bad technology. Suppose think of that Angular, React. So React is managed by Facebook and Next.js is managed by Vercel. Do you know that actually why they are maintaining this application, this framework, this library, React.js library? Why Facebook is investing that much of the developers and their resources on React? It's sort of like React has a scope. You might be thinking that now there is a recent meme called Mernstack dead. Mernstack dead. How many of you guys see that Mernstack dead meme? So what happened now in the recent days with the introduction of Next.js, everyone is saying that Mernstack. It means that React has dead. No, that's absolutely wrong, because Next.js, some technology which is for some 10 years or 20 years and 15 years, it's ruling the application development. So definitely when it in the real time perspective, I'm saying you in the real time, how the companies will think that a companies. Yeah, someone have doubt? Anyone have doubt? No. Okay. So companies, how the companies will be deciding the tech stack. Now I said you right. Some companies when the project is coming, they would be discussing in the internally, and they would decide the tech stack. How they will decide the tech stack? I would say I would give you an example. Suppose if I'm the client, I'm the client. I went for some vendor and I gave some my requirement. I need such and such type of application. How the first thing the project architect would be thinking, would be collaborating with front-end developers, back-end developers, and all the persons would be sitting there and they would be deciding something like, so for front-end what we need to use, for back-end what we need to use, and for cloud what we need to use. 100% the front-end developer, as a front-end developer, you must know how the real-time handling situations would be there, so that I am sharing my experience and my experience. So what here means, as a front-end developer in the recent project which I am working is Stadium Rover. I would show that the project. So Stadium Rover project was, I am the lead front-end developer here. So project architect, myself, and some backend developers went into a meeting, and we have been discussing that. So now the React.js is there, Next.js is there. Next.js is based on React framework, but do we use Next.js? No. I simply said no, because Next.js is from Vercel. Vercel is ultimately a good company, but the thing is that Next.js is recently been in the market since 1 year or 2 years, but React stayed in the market from 10 years. So I would not dare to, in the production environment, if something goes wrong with Next.js, I need to roll back everything from Next.js to React.js. So definitely till another 20 years, React would be the pioneer. React would be the king. I would definitely say that React. So applications based on React would give you a good career option. So you chosen to be a React developer. So coming 10-20 years, you are no way would be affected by a technology dead or technology stack, tech stack dead. So 100% React applications would be there, because in my team itself, we have decided to go with React, because React has stabilized its versions. It has some stable version. Whenever whatever in the production environment, React works as a super dynamic in ultimate way. But when it comes to Next.js, they are experimenting. They are making some changes. They Next.js need to get one stabilized version. Until that, no one will dare to use Next.js. But still, you can see there are openings for Next.js, openings for React.js. But when compared to React.js, Next.js, you could see the openings are more for React.js, because the big companies like TCS, Cognizant, CTS, Infosys, and big companies never ever do a mistake like choosing a technology which is not a stable version. So React or Angular, and you could see that Angular is already there in the market before the React, but Angular has a developer openings, React has a developer openings. So you have chosen your career as a React developer. That's 100% what you made. Your decision is correct, and you are here to learn about all those things. So coming to this, so this is about introduction about what front-end development and how it would look. So actually, I would rather give you a brief about what we are going to build. So I'm sharing my screen. Just confirm me whether you could able to see the screen.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So right now, when it comes to front end, so just follow just come with me. So what are the things as a front end developer, what do you think, what are the things are necessary for front end developer? Just give me a glance. So, say along with me. HTML next. What do you think?
CSS.
CSS,
CSS,
Correct.
JavaScript,
JavaScript,
Yeah, correct. Next.
React.js.
Okay. React.js. Next. Say me all the things, whichever comes into your mind. Now I already explained you all those things, right?
Bootstrap,
Now say me the things. Sorry.
Bootstrap,
Bootstrap, right? Come again. Next.
Redux.
Redux, right? Next.
TypeScript.
TypeScript. Next. Any other thing? Angular, Next.js, Vue.js. So these are all those things you have an option. Okay. I am rather saying that I will be just differentiating with this one thing, UI and UX. Okay. Now you understand, right? What's meant by UI and UX. So I rather differentiated for UI. I will be using HTML, CSS, and JS. This is common. To provide a good user experience, you need to definitely prefer React plus Redux, TypeScript. It's not TypeScript, no problem. Angular, Next.js, Vue.js. Any of the things you can make use and you can achieve good user experience. So this is this. So in the coming 60 days, I would be dealing completely with this HTML, CSS, JavaScript from starting, I mean, from A to Z. And for user experience perspective, I will be dealing with React plus Redux, and we won't be dealing with Angular, Next.js, Vue.js. Additionally, I would be teaching you TypeScript basics. So why I'm saying basics means if you are good at JavaScript, TypeScript is a cool cake for you. I can say that you need to just adapt only few concepts on over JavaScript. And also I will be in the terms of CSS, I would be introducing a one more preprocessor. So preprocessor SAS. Okay. So any doubts regarding the course structure? So this would be, I would be dealing with all those things, these things, and I would be dealing with React plus Redux, and I will be dealing with basics of TypeScript. And additionally, I would be giving you knowledge about preprocessor and SAS. This is only for front-end development. I will be discussing many more concepts like Git, like agile methodology, how the project would be then. I will be showing my real-time project. I will be showing how I'm getting tasks and how I am performing the tasks, and how you need to perform tasks, and what the test steps you need to take while so everyone would be I will be introducing some concept called software SDLC. It's called software development life cycle. So from the project, so in the real time, when it comes to real time, I would say that you got a project, you got an assigned to a project from starting. You from cloning repo to building a production. I will show you everything from scratch. So this is what I am planned to cover in this batch, scratch to end. Okay. So this is the course structure. In the first scenario, I would like to introduce 3 things with front-end development. Okay. Till now, do anyone have any doubt? Anyone did not understood what's any terms? Hello. Everyone is there, right?
Yes.
I want someone to talk. What you understood till now? I explained you about front-end development, application development, UI, UX, and how would be the scope of front-end in future. So, do you think that now you are choosing a React developer? What do you think about React? React would be something best or choosing a React developer? React is a good option for you. How many of you think that it's a good option for me? Just give the chat in the chat. Just mention that yeah, it's a good option. Just mention that. I want to see that everyone you are here to learn React. So I explained you how the React would be there and how the market of React would be there, because ultimately I already said you that whatever the technology would be coming, React would be something like king for at least 10 to 20 years. You would nowhere, if you start your career as a React developer, you nowhere need to see like what will it get stopped somewhere? No, 100% sure. React is in the market since 10 years, and you are going to learn that most popular and most advanced technology. Okay, right. Yeah, understood. Now let me. Do anyone have any doubt, or are you good with my communication and my pace, how I'm talking? Are you able to understand? Do you have any doubt anywhere? Are you do you hesitate to talk? No. I would say that plus just treat me something like as your co-developer, and just talk with me like something like what you are having doubts, because good thing. One thing I'll say you, when I know I am from this place. I am from this place where you are joining the meeting and attending the sessions to understand the subject. But I would not say that. Don't be like this. Definitely, I started my career. Then when I go into real time, I ask a lots of questions. Because I don't know what I am doing. If I put anything unknowingly, definitely that would cause an issue. So you need to understand everything. So whatever the thing you said right now, anywhere you are lagging or anywhere you are not understanding, or you want any more clarification regarding front-end development or how the front-end development. So I want to know these things. So do you have any particular generic questions? Just please feel free to ask me. I'm open to say you. You can ask me any question. You can ask me the question rather than if I know, I will definitely answer. If I don't know, I'll just understand the documentation. I'll let you know. Definitely 110%. I'll be sharing. You need to talk. You need to understand. I want you to understand each and every concept, each and everything very clearly. Not like just sitting here and just I would definitely saying that why I'm talking much, because I don't want to share the screenshot like HTML would look like this, CSS would look like this, Bootstrap would look like this, JavaScript would look like this, and I can give that PPTs presentations, but it's waste of time. You need to understand the core development. You need to definitely understand the core development. Application development, when you understand the term application development and what application development has, front-end development, back-end development, what your role, what you are being hired to do that, then only you could know you could know what you're doing, and you are more confident about what you're doing. 100% sure. So don't ever hesitate to ask me doubts when you got stuck. As a front-end developer, you'll be having many questions in your mind. Okay, what I'm doing, what is this front-end development, why I need to learn HTML, why you need to learn CSS, why you need to learn JS, why you need to learn React.js, why you need to learn Angular. 100% I would say you right. It's all about providing a good user experience to customer. They are hiring you. The companies are hiring you to providing a good user experience. Ultimately, you need to learn how to provide a good user experience. So what all the things now I'm saying is it's sort of like tool. HTML is a tool, CSS is a tool, JavaScript is a tool, React is a tool. Ultimately, I will say you, I will make you understand architecture behind HTML, architecture behind CSS, architecture behind JS. When you understand the architecture, you know where going to stop, and you are ultimately going to develop a good code. Like every some top developers are developing some good code, right? In that way, you can develop the good code whenever you are able to understand the things very clearly. That's my thing. So I request everyone, please take the notes and think of each and every word. Now I said you right, application development. So what's go and search for application development? What's front end development? What's back end development? You could see something technologies like in front end development. I already said it, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, Angular, Vue.js, Next.js. When it comes to back end development, there are many things: Java, .NET, and for Python, PHP. There are many things. So I would make you understand the bridge between the front end and back end to database. I'll make you understand, but I won't go very deep into those concepts. But I want you to understand what sort of like you are doing. So you simply develop an application, but what you develop it for that application, you developed a good UI, and you are providing some good user experience to customer. Ultimately, there should be something in the back which is taking your request, and they are processing your request, and they are sending some response, and again you are showing that response to customer. That's what happening, right? When you place an order, what you will do? You just go to Swiggy, you just select the breakfast, you just click on the button place order. That will in turn place an order, and an order is getting delivered to your home. So what you are doing in the app, you are just clicking on clicking on place order. Someone is bringing your order. Who is doing some work? Backend developers are doing some work. Cloud is doing some work. So I'll make you understand those things also. Don't worry about those things, but I want everyone to take notes, everyone to understand the concepts very clearly. Then only you could able to understand when it comes to frameworks like Angular, React, Next.js, or Vue.js. If you want to understand those things, you need to definitely understand HTML, CSS, JavaScript. I assure you that I will definitely teach you all those things from scratch to end. But I want your cooperation, that you need to ask me doubts. You need to ask me things. What is this? What's happening here? Maybe the session would go around 1 hour, 1.5 hour, no problem. It's not the case. But I want everyone who are participating in the batch need to understand the things very clearly. Okay, got my point, right? Is everyone is okay? Just say yeah, we are okay, or else type yes in the chat.
Yeah, okay.
Right. So okay, anyone has any problem till now? Speak something, no problem. Speak something. No, everyone understood, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, I want everyone to answer. Come on, unmute yourself, no problem. Just answer yes.
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 Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Now I'm sharing my screen. What I would be doing means, so I would give you a brief what we are going to do in these 60 days. Okay, 60 or 40 days. Okay. So I would give you a small concept like journey of, or else we can say that history of web applications. Okay, can anyone say that before React, Angular, or those things are there come into picture? What is the development phase? Can anyone know? Do anyone observe something in 1990s, 2000s? Do anyone observe that how the web application is would look like? Anyone? Please unmute yourself and talk. Talk something. So I have observed this application before React, before the Swiggy, Zomato, all those things are now recent days in that last 20 years, 15 years. But before 15 years, 20 years, how the web applications are looking like? Do anyone know? Okay, let me give you a glance. Okay. So first I want to differentiate web applications. So I would be saying a traditional web application. Traditional. I will explain you these terms. Give me just I will complete typing. Single page. So I wrote 3 terms in the notepad. Can anyone know the difference of it? I want at least I want you to just I will be pasting this in chat also. I want you to answer me what you understand by that. I want you to answer. Just participate in the discussion. Just participate in the discussion. When you participate in the discussion, definitely you would be going to some you would be something like a you would be having some good interactive session. So do anyone know about these terms which I wrote? Traditional web application, single page web application, progressive web application. Just give your glance, give your opinion. Even though it's not right, it's correct. I will definitely make you understand what these are. Just a simple example, just small example I'll show you. Just if anyone knows it, just give me S, say yes. Or else if no one knows about it, just say me, just chat, just give me something like no, we don't know. I want everyone to know the history of web applications actually. How this web applications being developed, how this much of the technology which is used for web application now is very advanced. How this advancement was achieved. I want to know those things. Okay, do anyone know? Anyone, please?
World Wide Web, I think we can use on 90s.
Okay, World Wide Web. Okay, World Wide WAN. Okay, right. Okay, you are correct. Then anyone else? I'll explain you, Pawan, after this. Anyone would like to participate here? You need to ask question. You need to ask something. What is this? You are saying something. Traditional web application. What is that? If you are not, so shall I proceed with explaining? Okay, I want something like answers from you, but I would be rather start explaining these things. Then you get some questions. Okay, Pawan, what you said is www. It's sort of like www is something like what we have been using in 1990s. So that's sort of like it denotes every internet. Internet is something like it's sort of like you are accessing someone computers hosted somewhere from your side through a URL. That's correct. You are 100% correct. But I would start from here: traditional web application, single page web application, and the thing progressive web application. I will make you understand those things. Okay. So I'm sharing my screen. Just let me know when it's visible. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So first, I would like to I would ask I want to ask you one question. What do you think of Amazon website? Is this a small website? Is this a big website? Is this a big company?
It is a big
Big
website
website.
and company also.
Yeah, you're correct. But I just raised one point, right? I compared React.js, Next.js in one of my project. I decided with React.js. Okay. Now you would understand my point here. Okay. I'm hitting Amazon.in. Okay. Now you are seeing something like, okay, okay. Now this is Amazon.in root URL. When I click here, it just loaded one page. Okay. When I goes to, you just observe this reload icon. Okay. You just observe this reload icon. Okay. I just clicked on today's deal. What's happening for refresh icon? What's happening?
Quick
Can anyone say what
response.
happened? Sorry?
Quick response.
Refreshed. Yeah, refreshed. You went from Amazon.in homepage to deals page. Okay. Now again, I am going to mobiles page. Again, it got refreshed and you went for mobiles phone page. Okay, then again I went for I will be going for gift ideas. Then again you are going for gift ideas page. Okay, so what I meant to say is that you observe this refresh icon every time when you hit some URL, when you goes to some category, every time what you are seeing, a refresh icon, a refresh has been triggered, and this whole content which is present previously is replaced with new content, right? Right? Are you understand?
Yes,
Are you getting my
yes.
point? Are you
Yes.
getting my point? Every time when you hit some new category or when you hit some new thing, what happen? No, not here. Sorry, here. When you hit something, the refresh icon is being refreshed, right? Because this is known as traditional web application. Traditional web application is something that for every I will explain you one thing. So do anyone have some time to spend, so you have some time around 10 minutes more to continue the session, right? I would take some 10 minutes, no problem, right?
No
Yes,
problem.
yes. No
Yeah,
problem.
bro.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So I would starting here. So this, think of this is my I'm just I just what I did, I hit www.amazon.in. So when I hit this one, what happened? A page has appeared. Okay, a page has appeared. Okay, a page has appeared and it rendered something. Okay, then I have another things like here I have something like, I'll just prepare few things, mobiles. Suppose take this an example. Take this an example. Okay. Now at the first time when I hit this Amazon, Amazon.in, what happens? It just showed me some content. It just showed me a content here. I could rather make it as this one. Okay, it showed a default content when I loaded this URL. After that, what you have been observing when I click on this one, when I click on mobiles, what happened? This content is replaced with mobile content, right? And small thing you need to observe in the URL, you would be seeing /mobiles. This one what happened? Do anyone observe this one? Did anyone observe this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's happening? At the initial time, you just hit Amazon.in. It opened some content. But when you click on some mobiles category, it appended an URL and it changed the content. Along with that, a refresh has been happened. Along with that, a refresh has been happened, right? Refresh has been happened, right? Do everyone observe this one?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So I could say that traditional web applications are something that on it doesn't it replaces the content of whatever the thing we are requesting with a new content by refreshing. That is known as a traditional web application. So now say me the thing. Why Amazon is following traditional application? There are many things, right? There are many advanced things happened recently. Why Amazon is still following traditional application way? Do anyone have an idea? I want you to speak.
At the
Yeah.
same time, it will deals multiple.
At the same time,
It will deals multiple actions.
correct. You are correct. And it's I could concise. I could say concisely say that it's all about the requirement. Amazon has a requirement. Amazon has a requirement, likely whether they are comfortable with traditional web application. They want to redirect the user whenever they clicked on some mobiles, electrons. Okay, this is known as a traditional application. In traditional application, user will be navigated to other pages on refresh. Just remember the thing: traditional application, web applications would be refreshing the content every time when you reload the content, when you hit something, right? Is everyone is okay with this? Is everyone is okay with the statement? Or do you need any more justification, or do you have any doubts? I want everyone to speak. You're understanding my thing, right? How I'm saying traditional application, what's happening in the traditional application. Traditional web application is something that I would just compare with this React application. Now you would understand more better, but till now, if you have any doubts, just please let me know. Say yes. Talk someone talk, someone understanding. Either you understood or either not understood. I want the response. I can take it as understanding or not understanding. I want you to know. You to speak.
They are understanding.
Yeah, you're understanding, right? So what? It's all about that traditional application, how the traditional application is working, right? You understood, right? Okay. Now let me take you an example. Another website. You'd see something this a different way. Okay. Now I'm just clicking Instagram. Okay. So everyone do know about Instagram, right? Right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Now what you're seeing on my screen, I want you to see, I want everyone to speak. What you're seeing on my screen.
Login page.
Yeah, login page. Everyone is seeing, can be able to see my screen, right? It's login page. Now observe the refresh button when I click on sign up button. Okay. I clicked on sign up button. What happened?
No refresh.
No refreshes has been happened. Why? Do anyone can say that why the refresh has not happened? But why in Amazon Amazon you could able to see that what refresh? It's refreshing. But here when you goes here, it's not happening. Why? Anyone? Sign up. When I click on okay, wait a second. Now you're seeing login page. When I click on sign up, there is no instance of refreshing. Why?
Because still we are not entering into the Instagram login account.
It's sort of like, yeah, but the thing is that I will say you what's happening behind this. So this URL is something like as compare it with an Amazon.in. Okay, Amazon.in. Just compare these two URLs, Amazon.in and Instagram. When you try to open, click on sign up page, you're going to new navigation, but you are not able to see this refresh icon. When you go here, when you go for mobiles, you are going to new thing, but you are seeing the refresh icon. Refresh is happening. These all because Amazon is completely built in a traditional web application way, but this Instagram utilizes a concept called single page application. So it's sort of like the URL would be having a different navigations, or it might be a naked URL, or it will be having a different navigation. But every time when what happening means, when you request, now you're requesting a sign up page. Sign up page means sign up would have a new component. This is a new component. Sign up would have a new component, and login would have a different component. So at the initial time, I just asked Instagram.com. I hit this Instagram.com. At that time, I will be writing a code. In that code, I will be asking, whenever I hit the Instagram.com, I will be writing a logic to render the login page. So login page. So now treat this as a container. This complete thing is a container. You could see this as a complete container. Just think of like how can I relate means. Okay. Now take an example of a bucket. bucket full of water, bucket full of petrol, bucket full of kerosene. So the bucket would remains the same, but whatever the thing, you can fill water, you can fill petrol, or you can replace the petrol with water, and you can replace the petrol with diesel. But bucket remains the same. The same concept here. This is a container. The container remains the same, but whenever I request a new sign up component, suppose treat this login as a water. Now I filled my component with a water with login page. Now I'm trying to fill my component with a petrol. That sign up. I clicked on sign up. Then the water inside the bucket was removed and petrol was filled. So this is the same concept. But here you could see that this is not a container. You're completely going away from that page and you're coming to different page. But here the container remains the same. Only inside that container you are changing the content. Did you get my point? So in the same thing, I will try to give another example. I'll say you through an example that would be better. You'll understand. Okay. Now see. Now what I'm trying to say is this is an application, and you have Instagram.com. Okay, and you have two things. Sign up. Let's wait a second. I'll take with an example of Amazon only. Amazon.in. Same example. Electronics. Mobiles. Okay. Now treat this as a container. Okay. Now take this as a container. When I request a page, for example, when I request this electronics page, what happens means this whole container would be replaced with complete electronics page. Okay. This could be electronics page. Okay. Here the refresh won't happen. Whenever I try to request, again I try to request mobile. Now I request a mobile. In this case, what happens is that electronics page would be going away and a new page would be appearing. So here you need to observe only one thing. This red box is a container. This container remains the same. Whenever you request either electronics or either mobiles, only the thing you are only the thing is that the content is getting replaced by removing the existing content, and the content is getting replaced. Here there will be no refresh is happening. So this type of applications is known as a single page applications. Okay, this is what I wrote here. Traditional web application and single page application. Do anyone have doubts about these two things? I have a question here. When you are okay with the concepts, or do you have any doubts? Just let me know. Let me know. After that, I have a question. I will ask you. I want response from everyone. Anyone is there? Anyone can say me traditional web application. I explained you the concept of traditional web application and also single page application. So what is the major difference between traditional application and single page application? And what do you understand by that? And I want you to understand the core concept, because when you are able to understand the core concept, then only you could able to tackle the things very clearly. So now I explained you the traditional way, how the traditional web applications are behaving, how the single page applications are behaving. So I want everyone to answer, or anyone of you to take a lead and answer me. So how the single page applications are behaving, how the traditional web applications are behaving. I want you to understand. I want you to know. I want you to answer. Anyone can answer. You can unmute yourself. Or shall I take it that you are not understanding these things? At least chat. Give me a chat that you understood or not. Or else do I need to repeat again how it works?
Yeah, I understand. Single page
Yeah.
application and traditional web application.
You understood, right?
Yeah.
Dinesh, traditional application and what you're saying, traditional application, single page application.
Single page
So
application.
I have a question here. Everyone would need to have a question here. So both are applications only. In single page application, you are saying that single page application, does it mean it has only single page, and traditional applications would have a multiple pages? You need to answer. You need to, yeah, correct. Yes, I mean.
How to say? I mean, for single page application, I think, as you said, like got so many components, so that it will redirect whenever you click on something.
Correct.
Whereas traditional application might take longer compared to, I feel, it take longer compared to single page application. That's what I can tell.
Yeah. You are a bit correct, Dinesh. So what I want to say is that both are multi-page applications only. Traditional is a multi-page application, and single page is also an application, multi-page application, but accessing is different. When you request something, traditional application is behaving something like differently, whereas single page is behaving something different. We cannot say that single page application is it has single page. No, single page application is also a multi-page, but we are accessing the accessing of single page application is behaving differently. So what's happening in traditional way, we have multiple pages. In single page application also, we'll be having multiple pages. But in traditional way, whenever you try to access any page, it refreshes and it renders the content. But in single page, what happened? You are accessing some different pages. You are trying to access electronics page, or you are trying to access mobiles page. It is not redirecting the user. It just replaces the existing content with the new content. That's how. So we can simply say that accessing, it's not about the multiple page, it's about accessing. We are accessing the content. Single page, we are accessing the content in different way. In traditional publication, we would be accessing in different way. That's everyone clear, right?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what because this is one of the major one interview question, and one basic understanding question, which everyone was getting confused, and interviewer will be interviewer will caught here, because everyone would say that single page application, it's sort of like single page. No, it's not a single page. It's definitely multiple page, but the accessing way of single page application behaves different in traditional web application. That is the difference between single page application and traditional web application. Now there is one more concept.
Sorry, I have a small doubt. So traditional web application don't use React. That means no.
It does depend on the requirement.
I mean,
We cannot
for
say,
example, this case, I mean, for Amazon,
it doesn't use.
they use. Oh.
Yeah, in the navigation part, it doesn't use React, but when you're seeing something tabs inside the inside the tabs, for example, when you open the gift deals, there are some tabs called for boys, for men's. They are using React. So it's sort of like Amazon is something like not a big thing. It's a big product. The basic the architecture behind Amazon is something different what we are seeing. So to understand those things, it's not the correct time. But going on, you will understand how the Amazon was built. Amazon, I can give you a glance, like Amazon was built on micro frontend. It's sort of like micro frontend is something like we can differentiate everything. Some cart page you can differentiate, we can different product page, we can different user page, everything. And individual user component can be built by using React. Cart component can be built by Next.js, and also like product component can be built by Vue.js. So it follows a micro front-end architecture, and there is a diversified technologies involved in Amazon. So for this purpose, for navigation, I just took it as example because for the navigation purpose, Amazon is not using React router. React router concept would be there for handling the single page applications, but Amazon is not using that for navigation. It's using React was used by Amazon for some other purpose inside the application. So it's all about micro front end in Amazon. Okay, Dinesh, got your doubt clarified?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So that's one thing. So now I gave you a small info about traditional web application and single page application. One more thing, I just gave the chart. Progressive web application. What do you think of progressive web application? Any idea? Okay. Okay. It's sort of like three. I just gave you three applications, right? Single page traditional web application, single page application, progressive web application. Progressive web application is something like it provides app-like interface. App-like interface. You can simply say that you can develop an application by using React, by using the Vue.js, Next.js, all those things. But when you when there is a requirement for progressive web application, it involves some other technologies like Android and iOS. For that, you might be using Cordova or Apache Cordova to achieve that progressive web application concept. So that's our beyond scope. So we'd be not concentrating much on progressive web application, but we would be majorly concentrating about traditional web application and single page application, and the tools which are necessary for traditional web application, single page web application are something like, for traditional application, we would be using Vanilla.js, HTML, CSS, Bootstrap. That would be enough for building a traditional web application. But when it comes to single page application, we would be using HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Along with that, a UX technology called Angular or React or Vue.js or Next.js. Here we will be using React. So this is the major difference between the single page application and traditional web application. So till now, anyone have any doubts?
No.
Yeah. From here, from here, what we will be doing in the next sessions is something that. So I will list out. I'll share the things what we are building for traditional web applications. As I said, that we need Vanilla.js, HTML, CSS. That's enough. But for building a single page application, along with this, we will be using React to build a single page application. That we will be starting from our next session, and we will be seeing those things from scratch. So this is all how the front end development would be will progress from here actually. So till here, I just explained you. I will concise everything. What we just seen about the front end development. We just seen about the application development. We just seen about difference between UI and UX, and we just seen about what are the concepts we will be covering, and we just seen about the scope of front end in future, and we just seen about what all the applications when it comes to front end development we need to concentrate. So it's all about traditional and single page application. Now from the next session we would be considering everything accordingly. Then from there, we would be start building our single page application, our traditional web application. For that, we require some tools. I just said you right. HTML is a tool, CSS is a tool, JavaScript is a tool. For that, everything would be covered in detail from scratch to end in terms of HTML, in terms of CSS, in terms of JavaScript, in terms of React. Along with that, I already promised you that I will be sharing some basics of TypeScript too. And also I'll be sharing the concepts of preprocessor, CSS preprocessor SAS also. So that's what we are going to cover from next session. So till now, anyone have any doubt, or do you have any questions, or do you have any questions regarding the batch, or do you have any questions regarding technical, non-technical? You can feel free to ask. You can feel free to ask me. And there's 5 more minutes to end this session. So feel free to talk. So my request is something that don't hesitate. First of all, in your mind, keep in your mind that don't hesitate. Hesitate is the biggest thing which that's a big hurdle for our development. Every time I could say that in real time, definitely 100% I would be saying, wait, I want to show you one thing. Maybe from next time I'll be showing a real time project how the interactions would be there between the developers, because when you get into the project, you are not supposed to build whatever we need. We need to understand the things correctly. We need to concentrate on the things. We need to, if you have anything, even though it's a small doubt, why suppose just think of someone would be using for display flex for some div. Another person will think like display grid would be something better. So they would be talking each other like display flex would be something like, display grid would be something like. But ultimately, you need to talk. You need to interact. You need to understand. the way you understand, the way you interact, the way you make the things clear, that would be helpful for you in future in understanding more concepts. Definitely 100% sure. For HTML, I would not only say you the it's all about everyone. It's not about the PPTs. I'm just saying that it's not about the PPTs. Showing the PPTs, HTML would look like, CSS would look like this, JavaScript. That is it. That is not the correct way, because you need to understand HTML. HTML in HTML, what is HTML actually? How the HTML will behave in browser? Why we are preferring that HTML? Is it the correct way to prefer that HTML? How do we build an HTML page? All those things you need to understand from scratch. When you understand the scratch and fundamentals, it will be very much easier to understand some advanced concepts like React or Next.js. Okay, so I want everyone you to take notes accordingly, and from next class, from next thing onwards, we would be starting with HTML basics. From basics, first the fundamentals, then basics, then add some concepts, advanced concepts, then a real-time project that would be building using HTML. Then after that, the same project would be utilizing CSS, and the same project would be utilizing JavaScript. Then there our traditional web application will get finishes off, and the same real-time application we would be building using React also. So this is what the core structure would be there. If you have any doubts, just please let me know, so that I will give a clarification regarding this. So till now, everyone is clear, right?
Yes.
Yes. So think in a way that real time. I want everyone you to think like a real time. So you are doing something in real time, not like you're just learning the things. It's not about you're learning the things. You're learning the things you would forget next time. Now you learn a HTML tag. Tomorrow you'll forget it. But no, that's not the correct way. You just think like you're interacting with an app. Take an example of Swiggy app, Zomato. Remember, every time when you learn this one, okay, I had seen this somewhere, this one. Just relate it. It's sort of like understanding the things in a practical way would be much better for you. Okay. Shall I wind up the session? Do anyone have any doubts?
Yeah.
Total,
Thank
how
you.
many real-time projects will teach you?
Sorry, Kalyan, can you come again, please?
How many real-time projects can you teach me at the end of this class?
So at the end of this batch, ultimately, we will be dealing one end-to-end project, one real-time project, but it's sort of like depending on how the sessions are going. And if you're more interactive, I will be showing my all real-time projects too in the sessions. So here I dealt about 3 or 4 projects, 5 projects around. One project which is recently built was being built by me. So I will be sharing those details, and I will be showing that project, how I am building that. But one real-time project would be there aside for your reference. Apart from one real-time project, I would be sharing my experience. I would be showing my Jira board, and I will be showing my project, how I am building, how I am achieving, how I am understanding the things. So if everyone has some 2 minutes, I would like to show one Jira board. Can everyone have 2 minutes? Is it okay?
Yes, no problem.
Yeah, just observe the things. I don't share much things, but just observe the things, what's happening here. Okay, I will be discussing right now. I will be discussing all those things in further further sessions. But right now, I want to show you this is a brand new project which is not yet deployed, which is in development phase. And here we have started this project in a month. I mean 6th December. You could see this 6th December. Now it's 9th December. We started this one as recently, and I would be showing this project here, this project, how we are going to deal this project, and how we are analyzing the things, and how we'll be doing all those things. I would be showing this project. Rather, likely there are many projects, and one more thing I would show you. Recently, we have been building one project. Wait a second. So now you are seeing this project, right? This is a sort of like application which we recently built. This is like an Augie chat assistant. You could see this complete application is built on React and Redux, and this application is wrapped up for desktop using Electron.js. So I meant to say you that it's not about what tech stack you are working, but it's all about what the thing you are understanding and building. So initially I was not known about this Electron.js, but the requirement makes me to learn this technology, right? This is how you need to be there. This is how you need to be. Definitely, it's sort of like this is the application, but I've wrapped up this whole application inside an inside here. I docked here, and whenever I hit on here, I am doing something. So how I dealt this application, I would be sharing my experience of this project here that I will be handling in future. So likely whenever I got a time, I will be showing my projects too. Along with that, you would be seeing one real-time project. That's all. Someone Kalyan asked me this stuff, right? Yeah, Kalyan, did you got did you got the answer? Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
got
all
it.
depends on how we are interactive. So if you have many more doubts, many more would be upcoming. And for sure, we'll be dealing one real-time project. Apart from that one real-time project, we would be doing something like I'll be sharing my experiences and I'll be showing my projects or how we are building and how we are tackling and how the communication would be happening between developers and how to assign how to get assigned to tickets and how to do the tickets and how do we clear the tickets and what's the development phase, what is the testing phase, what the production phase. So all those things would be covered, but right now it's not the correct time to discuss all those things. That's why it's sort of like when we start everything and when we go in this the period that everything would be covered. So any doubts? If you don't have any doubts, shall we wind up this session, or else do you have any doubts? You can particularly ask me, and if you have anything to ask, and don't hesitate. I said you already. The more interactive you are, the more questionable you are, the more questions you are asking, the more you will be learning, the more you are understanding. It's not about just doing coding like just adding elements, getting. So why you are adding that elements? What's happening behind? You need to understand the architecture. That's what I was here to and make you understand those things. Okay. Anything else? Anna, soon Anna. Soon ఉన్నారా? అన్న సిస్టమ్ ఏం చేసేస్తుందా? ఓకే ఓకే డౌట్స్ లేకపోతే వెళ్ళిపోవచ్చు. ఐ మీన్ దోస్ హూ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ డౌట్స్ యూ కెన్ లీవ్ ఆఫ్.
Thank you.
థ్యాంక్ యూ. హలో సుమలన్న. Okay, everyone can leave off actually. Sumanana is in mute actually.